to sit still. And we're going to
upset the dog.
Upset the dog.
So you're going to have to wait.
That's
Sit down,
okay.
baby girl.
I guess we don't really need to sync up sound anyway because we're not using a separate sound file.
If we are, we don't have any sound equipment set up for
no
it.
equipment at all. So, with that...
That's how we're going to start.
That's going to be the
Right?
intro,
So
yeah.
the intro.
Cold intro.
You've upset the dog.
I've upset the dog. I'm sorry. Who's a good doggo? Who's a good doggo? I think you're in frame. I don't know if you're in frame. Otherwise, you're just going to sit there and everybody's going to just guess that you're in frame. Welcome, Kilters, to the 2022 Drinks by the Dram, Fireside Dram with JT, with my special guest, Beth Ann. We might change the title card. We might have lost the file for the title card and don't really want to remake it. I don't know. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I guess we technically did a Drinks by the Dram at the beginning of this year, or not a Drinks by the Dram, a Fireside Dram at the very beginning of this year. I was going through my old files and found it. Not sure if I ever published it, but I think I did. We were doing whiskeys that I had managed to collect after a Super Bowl sale. In any case, welcome for our new viewers, for our returning viewers. If you've never looked at Fireside Dram before, you can find an old one earlier in the channel. What we do here is we have a whiskey advent calendar by Drinks by the Dram. This year we're doing the premium edition. We put a little bit more out there and got a little bit better whiskeys. It's an advent calendar. You open up one a day and drink whatever whiskey's there. Chagas, go lay down. Go lay down. Somewhere. Go lay down. There.
Just gonna lay down right at our feet.
That's fine.
Okay. Wants to be included.
Yep. So it's just a little bit of fun, and you know, of course, we're as kilt mongers, whiskey's a requirement. A couple of years back, I think we did a gin one.
No, we did a rum.
We did a rum one, yes. I don't think we ever got to the gin one.
We may have done a mix.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did a mix.
Because we have had some samples of gin.
Yeah.
Because Molly and I tasted them, but I don't think it was specifically a gin.
Yeah.
You're not really
not
huge
super
gin
into
drinker.
gin. I like my liquor to have a little color to it. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. I was going somewhere. We've actually done this a number of years. There's only one on YouTube. For a few years we just did them as Facebook Lives and did them right to Facebook. You can go through the old Facebook pages to find them. This year we're going to try to actually put them all up on YouTube for various reasons, not the least of which being it's content, and we like content, and people have been discovering the YouTube page recently. So don't you dare. So we're trying to put a little more stuff up there. As far as kilts are concerned, you may have noticed that we've been kind of quiet. We're still here. We're still selling kilts. We do most of our sales at events these days. There is no physical store anymore. We're not likely to open a physical store anytime soon, if at all. It wasn't really paying for itself, and the events have been really, really strong. At the moment, we don't have an event scheduled for sure until Southern Renaissance Fair. We might put one or two on there. I have actually gotten a 9-to-5 as an accountant, so the beginning of the year tends to be a bit busy. So I'm trying to bring on a couple of other crews that can go do some of these shows that I can't go physically do myself anymore. But that's going to be slow going while we try to get this thing, we're try to kind of shift into the new way of how we're doing. That being said, website is still good. We make sales on the website all the time. You're welcome to give us a call. I'm more than happy to help anybody find exactly what they're looking for in kilts, and we can still, and if you need to try something on, we can make that happen too. We can make some arrangements for that. That being said, this year's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be tasting and not drinking. I am on doctor's orders at the moment. New medication for depression that reacts poorly with alcohol. So you'll notice that I will be tasting and spitting a lot. Beth Ann, I don't think we'll have to worry about that. She'll be drinking just the same. We're actually currently engaged in a beer appreciation course at the local community college. Beth Ann's gone back to school, and I was looking through the catalog and said, "Oh, hey, look, a beer course." This was before I got put on the medication, so the first 3 weeks I was tasting and drinking. In the last 2 weeks, I'll be tasting but not drinking. But we're going to go through some of that. I'm actually going to turn it over to Beth Ann here. She can run through how we've learned how to taste. Now, granted, these are spirits and not beers, but the process is pretty similar.
Well, I think what was most interesting about the beer class was that a lot of the things that we've done while doing like whiskey tastings and like spirit tastings is the same sort of things that you do with beer. So like any type of alcoholic beverage it's a similar sort of process as far as smelling it first, kind of allowing your nose to get a sense of what aromas are there. I think the funniest thing is the drive-by. I'm not sure why that hasn't caught on in pubs. Just people walking up and being like, beer. It'd be great. Just everybody just being like, yeah, no, I can catch that. My nose has a tendency to take its time to catch up to what the aromas are. So I generally have to put my nose in it to actually be able to smell it. And then tasting, essentially just putting some on your palate. He had mentioned a similar sort of thing where breathing in and kind of letting those aromas sort of reactivate while sitting on your palate. And then just also paying attention to the color and the clarity of the beer itself, and kind of seeing the wide range of colors that beer comes in, from everything from almost a white, clear beer to the dark, cannot see through, deep dark browns, almost black beers has been really, really cool.
And of course, clarity with distilled liquors, they should all be pretty much crystal clear. The color does vary, not for the same reasons that it varies in beer. In beer, the color can vary based on how much the malt was roasted. With liquor, it tends to be more a difference of how long it was aged. But
because does that come from the barrels?
Yeah,
themselves?
It comes out of the barrels. So. With that, we're both on Untappd now. I will, somewhere in this video, include a QR code to our social media links. Facebook, Twitter, for as long as it survives. Instagram, YouTube, which if you're watching this, you'll be watching it on YouTube, but please subscribe, that kind of thing, share. Wow, I just did this share, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you get notified when a new video comes out. Hint, it'll be probably once a day for the next 24 days.
December, yeah.
Beyond that, I have no idea. We're going to do these...
Depending on how well this goes, maybe it'll become...
Yeah, I mean, they do...
Regular,
they
not
produce,
necessarily
but
tasting.
They produce these year-round, so theoretically we could just do one every month. That's just a lot of video editing. With that being said, we're going to try to up the production value a little on these, but not too much. We'll cut out some things, but we're not likely to do a second take. So you're getting raw us here.
Just gonna put it all out on the table.
Yes. So with that, now that we've blathered on for quite a bit, it's I think time to open up the new calendar. So I'm gonna just slide this up here. And it looks almost the same as what I just took off, because that's how covers work.
Well, but we're missing a couple of the...
Yeah, some of the
numbers fell off.
Some of the numbers fell off. So at some point, when we can't find a number, we're just going to choose one of the 4 that don't have a number. So we might be skipping way ahead in time. That being said, It is the 1st of December,
I
so
think was down there.
we're going to open up the tab for the 1st of December and test our first whiskey. Of course, they don't make these for big-fingered people.
Ooh.
I'm going to set that there, and I'm going to set this on the ground so we have a little more space to work.
Acapulco water.
Oh, thank you.
The Dalmore.
The Dalmore, all right.
Cigar malt.
Ooh, cigar malt.
I wonder if that's going to be more of a smoky.
I would hope that this is going to be very peaty, yes. It's a single malt scotch, 44% by volume, so pretty much bottle strength, nothing too fancy there. Crack the wax on this, crack the wax, more, there we go. Okay. So we're going to smell the bottle first.
Oh, that smells super sweet.
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of sugar. Now, we're assuming this is going to be peaty, but it could be a scotch for cigars, which you wouldn't necessarily want a bunch of smoke in. So I'm going to pour...
What types of flavors would pair well with...
Well, we've got that candle there that's
cigar.
That vanilla and tobacco.
Oh, okay, so vanilla.
So some of the sweeter spices would go pretty well with cigars, with tobacco.
Yeah.
I'm
not a huge cigar smoker.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah. I've had a couple in my life. I would say any of the sweeter smelling spices would go really well. My inclination would be away from citrus or floral. Although some flowers might work. I'm not a big floral smell person or flavor
more
person.
More of a bakey sort of.
Yeah. So we're going to put a bit in there. Okay. And I'm going to cover that. I'll have you go show the camera real quick.
Oh, all right. Don't step on the dog.
Don't step on the dog.
Where's the camera? Right in front of you.
There you go. All right, we've given it a chance to breathe a little bit. Now, when tasting, I like to try it right out of the bottle first, and then put a little bit of water in it to let the oils open up a little bit. Some people don't want to do that. It's up to you. The professional Scotch tasters I know say you just don't drink Scotch without some water in it. It's just part of the process, but I like to taste it first without... kind
of find what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
It's... What?
You're silent.
Oh, I was waiting for you, so I didn't cloud your judgment.
Definitely vanilla.
Yeah.
Kind of a vanilla sugar cookie kind of feel.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely don't, I mean, there's not no smoke in there, but it's not a very peaty, it's not an Islay peaty scotch.
Yeah, so it's meant to be just something to accompany
Yeah.
a cigar versus replicate the flavor profile of a cigar. Oh, careful.
Inhaled a bit too much of the vapor there.
It's nice though. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not overpowering.
No,
it's
really
nice...
it's very balanced.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, sometimes with peaty ones you can get way overwhelmed by that. And for the record, I didn't spit because nothing actually got down my throat. Just tasting very small amounts. There's definitely an aftertaste of the smoke, but that's what you would expect from a scotch.
It's nice. It's just like you said, it's really balanced, and so I feel like there's nothing really overpowering. So yeah, that with a cigar, just like a slow sipping sort of whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. That's a good way to start.
Yeah. It's a good...
I can see why it's a premium.
Yeah. Because to be honest, even the base Advent calendar is still really good whiskeys, but this is definitely better than our first day on a lot of them.
Yeah, which makes me very curious as to what the 24th is going to bring, because the last day of the Advent calendar is usually like the highest quality.
We've literally gotten a 50-year-old Scotch out of there. Yeah, right.
So good. So I'm really curious as to what if this is the starting point, like where it's going.
And it's not a straight build. It's not like they just start at the lowest and work their way up, but
it does kind of.
It does
roller coaster.
Roller coasters, but the 24th is always something really amazing. So with that, I think a successful first episode. The Dalmore Cigar Malt. I will try to do a little bit of research on that when I put the video up and see if I can put a little text history in the video. But we would like to invite you back tomorrow to have another dram with us here with the Fireside Dram with JT and Beth Ann.
Have a good. No sign off or anything.
Nah.
Nah, just.